I was slow to start with these cards. Gemini. I hear you singing. You're a little off key, but I heard you singing. Hold on. Turn this fan on. I say, who? I think what else she said in the song is, I wrote this for you, baby. Say I love you. You're my everything. You know, you get the gist of it. Gemini. Hello again, guys. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. I'm eccentric RockStar'Seed. I'm gonna turn that other fan off because I feel like it's too loud in my message. Keep in mind, take what resonates, leave it does not. Stay charming. Like, share, subscribe. You notice every season is something different about my introduction. Something a little bit different. Everybody has their own unique flair. But I'm channeling. A lot of this reading is most of it was channeling. You got Beyonce, My House. Her song, My House. Me and my thug babe gonna slide tonight. She's talking about all her accolades. She's talking about the jewelers. Then she's talking about, I'm gonna spend this. I'm tired of saving this money. We gonna have fun. We gonna blow this money today. We're not gonna worry about expenses today. Um, talking about her car. She said something about candy paint. But the most important thing about Beyonce's song My House is okay, that's better. The most important thing she's talking about in her house is I grew up in this house. I blew up in this house. So get the fuck up out my house. You don't like my house, then get the fuck up out my house. So Gemini, how does correlating with you? This is giving you needing space. You're taking the necessary space on so many different avenues about self-love to be able to give love, to someone or just people. You got some people that were offended by your unconditional love. You were always attracting the type of people who were emotionally abusive or, but they were emotionally abusive by default. And really because they were hung up on hurt. Because it was a laziness. And you know how they say laziness is a disease of the heart. So they were hung up on laziness and they were in that avoidant energy or that they were creating personality disorders and creating a lot of towers for themselves because they were avoiding accountability. Meanwhile, you're planting seeds of change. You planted a lot of seeds of change. Okay, you cured a lot of frustrations and fear and anger around finances, and it's also giving someone taunting you because they didn't want to give you what you were well deserving of because it wasn't in them. So you're ordered to pray against those who want to come towards you and fall in love, or it's fake love. Watch out for that fake love. They're trying to create a win-win outcome in the forecast because, like I said, they were lazy. It's lazy based. Their attitude is lazy based or based around laziness to do the work themselves. To love on themselves. They're not as far as you. They're not as far along as you. It's giving clingy, it's giving codependent, which stems from a lot of it stems from jealousy and envy. This fell on the floor. Spellbound. Okay, so we've all read the romance poems and heard the breakup songs and love is a drug, and it's usually infatuation or a fixation and a desperate longing, a fever dream, both anguished and sweet. It's a spell we hope never breaks, yet break it we must. And if we're ever going to uncover a sustainable relationship under the rubble of romantic self wreckage, you gotta realize that falling under another spell is delicious. It could feel like that in a moment, but it's like dancing with fairies. If you stay too long in that trance state, you may never come back. You get That's what people want for you. You may lose yourself entirely in another instead of further, moving yourself through your own, and forwarding yourself through your own empowerment. You're called to stand your ground, stand 10 toes in your self love, because no one gets more of your time and energy than you do. Spellbound, very interesting choice of words. This fell in my lap. Divine imperfection. The people who want you to be spellbound to them are the ones too lazy to love you back. That was the channeled message. There's a intuition with that. It's just the self love, showing love. I like how you spitefully continue to love yourself and show love in the face of those who are holding back from you or have held back from you purposely and maliciously, but really they don't have enough of it to give you anyway. So the fact that there's some ounce of emotional well-being in them and they're holding it back from you, like that lackluster mindset, is what it's giving me, like that Four of Pentacles. They just don't have it, and that's just it. Because you the shit. You're also called to, how they have rukyas? A rukya is to prey off a jinn on you, or a nasty demonic spirit that's on you, or persuading you to act a certain way, or manipulating you to act a certain way. Now, these two flipped out together. Let it be easy. When there's a battle raging in your mind between your inner critic and your sense of self empowerment, the only winning move is not to play, to get out of your head entirely. How though, right? Breathe. That's how you do it. You breathe deeply and fully and with a cleansing, grounding intention. Someone needs to practice yoga or is doing yoga. But breathe as if every breath contains all of life. Like, if you don't breathe, you don't live, right? All of the answers, all of the ease, because it does. It's like, how does your relationship to yourself need simplifying? Where can you disentangle the knots of aloofness and resistance from your intimate relationships with something as easy as a word or a touch? And without thinking about it, it's good to journal it, or better yet, let instincts guide you in the moment. That's the example you come to the table with. And then you got who benefits. Who benefits from your shame? They want you to face all the shame. Think about it. What forces of oppression want to see you small, shamed, and unworthy? And why? Because jealousy, of course. Sometimes people give that catfish, they gaslighting, like you feel too deeply, or you're looking too deep into it, or like the insult to your intelligence is big in this reading. Because you want to love yourself, because they can't love you back, because this is your invitation into a deeper understanding of social structures of shame. I just feel like you're a very beautiful, gorgeous man or woman. And the more you know where it comes from, the more you can realize the shame is not your own. It's deflected on you. And it's definitely not permanent if you got a negative mindset. It's not forever. So if somebody probably they just want to be an asshole. The Eight of Swords in reverse. This gives me blocking the interference, because in the upright, it is interference. So you change your mind to change your life. And on the bottom is the King of Cups, the filmmaker. That's a lot of emotional intelligence. You understand it's not you. So let's keep going. Give me one more. Eight of Cups in the upright. Good. And what's on the bottom is Three of Pentacles in reverse. You decided, while somebody thought they were in control of wanting to work with you, like I was saying, you decided that you weren't going to work with them. Or you let them think they were in control by saying, I'm not working with you. Now let's talk about this. Like spellbound can go right here. Divine imperfection right here. Let it be easy. It's easy. Let it be easy to walk away. Who benefits on the Three of Pentacles in reverse? Let's take these two first of all. With the Eight of Swords in reverse, the Eight of Swords in the upright is not knowing where the attacks are coming from. You just know you feel it. You know, they're bothering you. They're interfering. They're disturbing the peace. You got 6 of them crossing every which way, and then 2 of them are like solidifying that that the attacks don't stop. I'm disturbing your peace, and I'm trying to make it so it doesn't stop. Somebody did a nasty ass spell. Could have been a love spell. But how I feel it backfired on them is like now they're more obsessed with you than ever. And it's a spell they thought would never break, and they hoped and they wished it, Gemini, that it would never break. I hear I hear Samuel L. Jackson. Who the fuck is this asshole? It would be wise for you to put down the gun. Remember on Coming to America when he tried to stick up the McDowells? Man, that's when the father starts looking at Akeem in a different light because he kind of saved his life. And the Jerry curl motherfucker, the one who got rich, or his daddy got rich off of the hair, the soul glow. He was under the table. He was scared. But Akeem didn't have no weapon to counteract it neither. He just had a different specific set of skills that make people like Daryl a nightmare. It make Akeem a nightmare for people like Daryl. Okay, he was the real deal. He was real, but he was also a prince. But he wasn't no punk. Like Daryl was a punk, obviously. But he was under the table. Like I'm not saying don't practice common sense or somebody. He had a whole big ass a shotgun. So somebody could have practiced integrity, you know. It was really Akeem's love for her that made him, but he looked at it like, I'm from Africa, we fight lions. I mean, we fight lions. Like, there are people that actually do that. Like, Hamza, the prophet's uncle, fought lions in the mountains all the time. He was notorious for that. So Akeem, he was different. Like, a gun that wasn't nothing to him. But you're not. It's not just Beyonce's song I channel. It's also a rukia that dispels the demonic forces from off of you. You could have been listening to recitation of the holy scripture, or you was reciting it yourself, and it dispelled it. Because look at the picture. There's 6 of them going every which way, intertwined with each other. There's 6 of them, and there's 2 to put the nail in the coffin. I see crucifixion. How do I say it? Crucify. Or, someone wants to crucify you. Like a sacrifice. Hmm. Why is we'll get to that. What to the why part. Then you got divine imperfection with this King of Cups, this filmmaker. Somebody want to design things their way, or you decide your vibe. Because it's talking about you having the right to feel at home in your own body by any means. You have a right and a responsibility to breathe and appreciate the pure life flowing within you. Your blood pumping, your extremities moving, all of it. Even if your body often fails you, even if it doesn't feel like yours right now, even if it's lacking with aesthetic flaws, you are alive, and perfectly so. That's what make it so raw. I was about to say make you so raw and so real. You love yourself at all sizes. You're not plastic. That's what it's giving me. It's the Scorpio energy right here. The filmmaker. And that's on top of the filmmaker. So I never picked up on, look at the sparkles on his suit. If you can see it on the camera, it looked like Twilight. Like he's from a whole nother galaxy. Like he has a vision beyond this world. A premonition beyond this world. Like his lenses is clear. You can't pull the wool over this person's eyes, or you decided to stand up for yourself, so can't nobody pull the wool over your eyes. You can have Scorpio in your chart. Then you got the Eight of Cups, indolence. Walk away. People were celebrating at the expense of you. Like when there's a battle raging in your mind between your inner critic and your sense of empowerment. Some of you could have overcame a drinking problem or an addiction. Or it took for somebody to try to slip something in your drink and you realized that, and it could have put you in a bad space. Oh, dig. That's tarot cards back there. It's the Eight of Cups is back there. If you can see it on camera, you see that tarot cards back there? So somebody could have been like trying to spy on you or do divination because that is a computer back there too. I ain't never really pay all that no mind. That's a computer back there, but somebody was taking shots in their feelings about you. It should be easy. So this is somebody battling rage in their mind and their inner critic. They were projecting that onto you, like spellbound. Eight of Cups is still more Scorpio energy too. I feel like the only winning move is not to play, to get out of your head entirely. So stop drinking, or somebody quit drinking. How does the relationship with yourself need simplifying? So somebody trying to kick all kinds of addictions and bad habits, or somebody was pushing that off on you. You could have started drinking more, or partying more, or just getting just in your own in your own way. Somebody wanted you to be an enemy to yourself and just self-sacrifice. Like I heard somebody say it in my mind, like, "Why don't you just do all of us a favor and just die?" Like that's horrible to want that for somebody. But you gotta be, usually you say that to people who are like monsters, like predators or perverts or child molesters. You feel that way, those strong emotions towards people like that who snatch elderly people's purses because they're too old to defend themselves, or abuse children. Like you don't have no sympathy for them. This is somebody who had pure hate for somebody without cause, because you know how to simplify your life and cut out the bullshit, cut out the fake people. People don't like that you can discern. And then you got this Three of Pentacles in reverse. Is like it's collaboration in the upright, but in the reverse, it's like I don't fuck with y'all like that. This gives me I don't fuck with y'all like that. Somebody know you don't fuck with them like that now. If they didn't realize it before, they know now. I think they out of their own way with the shit. Like they're starting to realize egotistically because it's bruised now. Who benefits from your shame? Somebody just kept trying to embarrass you. Think about it. What forces of oppression want to see you small, shamed, and unworthy, and why? And you got a deeper understanding about that. You healed something, so those psychic attacks stop. Like that negative, they want you to feel bad about yourself. The Eight of Swords is challenging. It's negative, a negative way of thinking. They wanted you to perceive yourself in a fucked up light. And I like that the King of Cups is clarifying that because he's in the upright. Ain't nothing fucked up about a King of Cups in the upright. They're fair, they're reasonable. This is somebody who's a needy, pathetic, insecure victim. They're insecure, jealous, worried, envious, all in premonition. Like this card is clarifying all those intuitions that I got. The action is like you shifted the focus by showering yourself with unconditional love and rich adoration. Somebody hate that shit about you. I also got that even the people who are, it don't matter the race, the color, the creed, or religion, they were racist against you and prejudiced against your peace. That was a big thing. So it's interesting that I just realized that was a big part of something I channeled earlier. I saw that. Worthiness is a muscle that must be exercised to become stronger. And you definitely got strong muscles in that aspect. Actively disengage with ideas, people, and imaginary that would have you doubt your worth. You just don't fuck with them like that because you realize they didn't fuck with you like that. They want you to feel bad or just creating narratives to make you feel bad or put you down. These are punks. Your sensuality is a part of that worth. It's time for you to claim it. Your sensuality, they did not like how you love on yourself. Your self-love. Self-love is always great love. So what was supposed to be the win-win outcome? What was supposed to be a win-win? Is that they put you down to make themselves feel better, but the thing about people who are jealous and envious, they're not going to be satisfied like that. It's like, if you weak enough to let them, they can go to the next person and see who else. It's a false sense of victory. It's a false sense of security. It's fake arrogance. It's giving about my face. Ain't got time for this shit. Let's pray. Our rap. Forgive us, have mercy, for you are the best of those who show mercy. Surah number 23, ayat number 118. I apologize. I make the intentions to pray first, but I forget. I pray off camera. I pray all the time, but and then I like this. My new favorite dua is like, "Oh, you who arrange for Yusuf alayhi salam, arrange my affairs for me. Fix my condition and provide for me, O Lord, and protect me from the evil of your creation. O Allah." Allah means God in Arabic. "O Allah, fulfill my need, relieve my distress, and relieve my anxiety, O Lord." It must work like a damn charm because you don't work with them and everything just kind of like cease and desisted, or you see it fading away. You're doing something. You could be fasting because God answers the prayers of a fasting person or child. He answers the prayers of a child. He answers the prayers of a praying person. So somebody who has, with all due common sense and respect, but somebody who makes that extra effort to, how the same concept of someone who gets baptized is the same concept as somebody who just washes their face and hands and limbs on their body before prayer, but they're setting intentions to wash the sins off of me as I come to you in humility to seek forgiveness, to give you praise and to seek forgiveness. With all the common sense, for somebody who does that on a consistent basis, or any group of people who does that on a consistent basis, don't you think it's kind of lame? It's lame to do that anyway, but it doesn't make sense to come at that group of people or that person like that. They're showing up as a king of cups in the upright. You don't have to be no water sign to embody emotional intelligence, to be fair, to be reasonable, to be just. This, divine imperfection. Everything beautiful and romantic about life is transient, impermanent, and imperfect. The asymmetrical limbs of a tree are poetry. So too is your sacred physical vessel, meaning your private parts and your body and your spirit. Gaze at it, touch it, sense it, poetry, treasure it. Somebody chooses celibacy and masturbation over being in a forced relationship. Like, it's hard to be with, this is for straight women, it's hard to be with men nowadays because so many of them are secretly same-sex oriented, meaning they like their own kind more than they like the women. They don't like to be honest about that, and it's getting out of hand. What's hidden? We're going to talk about what's hidden. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe if it resonates. Any part of it that resonates. This is all Gemini placements or just happening in Gemini season. You are good enough. Your moon sign could be Virgo. What's on the bottom of that? Don't let pride get in your way. Your moon sign could be a Leo, but you can have these placements in your chart. You're good enough. You don't need anybody talking down to you, or somebody's words has somebody reacting is spellbound. You have to mind what you say to people. You have to be mindful of what you say to people and how you come off to people, because they're words. You just think they're words. You think it's funny. You don't take it serious, or you're arrogant or egotistical. So this is giving me egotistical with the don't let pride get in your way. This is not talking about the confident side of Leo. This is talking about the egotistical, insecure side of a Leo energy. And this is talking about the shadow side of a Virgo, about not being good enough, or constantly worrying about feelings of inadequacy. So you put all that together, somebody probably was in their ego and they were trying to spellbound you. And now your words spellbound them. But it's time to take action. It's time to take accountability. What's on the bottom? A new romantic cycle begins. So 2 full moon cards, 2 new moon cards. You need a fresh perspective. You need to see this with a fresh set of eyes. What was it about this person that made you want to attack this person so much? Why was I so jealous or envious against this person to the point where I would even group together with some bitches, man or woman, to go against this person? What did that say about me? This is an attack on my own character more than it was an attack on that person. That person is an inspiration. This person is this is giving me this person's an icon. How are you gonna be mad at somebody who's an icon? That doesn't make any sense. Let's talk about it because I'm feeling like this person is otherworldly. It's like, but playfulness. You act like just because you don't see that this person has been through trauma, or it's just the integral way of how this person may handle their trauma. This could be Gemini, or this is who Gemini has a fresh set of eyes about somebody. This wanted to jump out of my arm. Centering. And what's on the bottom is intention. You do need to watch your intentions. It's not the actions that get us in trouble, it's the intention behind the actions that get people caught up. What was the intention? It just gives me sacrifice. I gave so much of myself away. It's something about somebody longing in that hurt. They're just sitting in that hurt and they're lazy and they're fixated on that hurt and they don't want to move. They don't know how to just let it go. Something tells me that the person who don't know how to let the shit go still was working with the person that hurt them bad. That had them down bad. That's what I heard. They won't let this new romantic cycle begin because they don't have enough self-love established. It's like I want to, but they have to believe in themselves more. They have to, somebody broke this person's spirit down, mental down, emotional. Like this person's broken down more than you realize. This person needs more time to themselves than you realize. And they looking at this filmmaker. I feel like they're looking at you in a way where it's like that used to be me. I remember when I was taking action like that, when I was passionate and raw like that. And now they're looking at themselves, maybe they're looking at themselves with a fresh set of eyes. I don't feel free. I feel like a caged bird. And it's a choice. It's all behind a certain choice that they made. And I think that certain choice, they were starstruck with this certain choice that they made, and it cost them their damn soul. I hear it. I feel like I signed my soul away in blood. And for what? The perception. It's all about how I want you to see me. I don't want you to see that I'm that kind of fucked up. I don't want you to see me hurt. I know I could tell you the truth. You pull a lot of emotion out of me without trying, without even meaning to. I can tell. With the new romantic cycle, that's passion. It's time to take action. It's time to address your feelings for what they really are. Somebody did too much to hide. And they were trying to ensure that they wouldn't be caught out there again. It's like people who get their heart broken, they make the decision, well, I'll never love again. You want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. Because he'll send somebody that's right for you, right behind that experience as a test for you. To pull you out of that shit. And you could turn your back on it or renege on it or just shut it down. And now you're like, this person is afraid. They could be stuck because of their ego. Because their ego got them in a worse or fucked up space. It's like, I thought that heartbreak was fucked up. Me being stuck in transition feels worse than this fucking heartbreak. Like, damn, what was the lesser of the two wrongs now? You dig? Like, it's one of them. Because I was trying to hide. I had so much pride about I was so embarrassed and humiliated about my feelings being hurt. What's on the bottom? Harmony. I long for you. I long for that harmony. I long for that angelic. I just heard it's angelic. With that harmony is right on top of that new romantic cycle. Somebody thought by taking action in a way where it comes off surface level, maybe playful, I just don't want to move. I don't want to budge. Yeah. Let me see. I'm gonna shuffle from another deck. Just hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Put all this out the way. further amplify because first, let's talk about you're not being good enough. You censoring your value and your worth around not being good enough. It's all censoring around that. Okay. The fate. You see how that scissors is cutting? It's like a special kind of scissors, but it's cutting the rope, like it's cutting, accepting help and guidance. So you could have been sent. I told you, you could have been sent in there to help this person see things from a different perspective. They wouldn't let you. And then look, it's a needle and thread that they tied. My hands are tied. I wish I could, but my hands inside. Somebody was full of excuses, who keep making excuses, who just want to sit. It's like somebody who's incontinent when they don't. The situation doesn't warrant you being incontinent. You're just that kind of depressed. There's a heavy depression there where you don't want to do what you got to do. Like, I know I got to go to the bathroom, but I'm going to just sit here and act like I don't got to go to the bathroom to the point where you just burst or peeing on yourself. I've seen that in somebody who's just, they're not handicapped, they're not bedridden, they're not a child or like a baby. You know, they can very easily get up and go to the bathroom, but they just didn't. And they just sat there and they just kept going. Like, people around them could see them fucked up like that, but there's so much pride and ego. It's like, I'm not going to admit that I just made a mistake that cost me public shame and humiliation. It's like, this is not even pride anymore. This is fucking ridiculous. With the fake ego and the foolish, like the weakness has to stop. Enough is enough. The fates. And this is faded. Something is faded. What's on the bottom? The musician, inspiration, gratitude. Maybe something you say is music to their ears, or something that they wasn't ready to receive before. The musician, they can get inspiration through songs, or they start to realize how close they are to you because certain songs remind them of you. All right, what about the pride? Tell me about, don't let pride get in your way. And the intention is to not, it's bad intentions. It's bad intentions and it's not necessary. It's just, it's giving unnecessary. When you know that motherfucker is cute as a button. I see a, look, this motherfucker cute as a button. And it's floral design. Like, it has a floral material on it. It's cute as a button. I like this person. I like this person a lot. I like this person's friendship, but I couldn't let them get close to me. I was faking it. Somebody was faking it. You realize that too. It's like, I know, you know that I can see that you're faking it kind of thing, but I'm going to keep acting like I don't see that you see me faking it. I'm going to just keep fucking up. That's what this gives me. Sometimes the latrine is necessary. Just let it out. Okay? Because it gets on your nerves after a while, because it's like, we're supposed to be adults. The astronomer, discovery, augury. There's no magic pill or no abracadabra. There's no quick fix for this. It's not. What's on the bottom? The waker, awareness and reflection. And they both got the third eye on it. They want, I mean, it just kind of, it's a flaw in their plan, not a flaw in yours. So if something feel like it's backfiring on you, it's not Gemini. It's a flaw in their plan, or switch it around. The flaw in the plan is that you thought you could just sit there and just not move, be inflexible, be stubborn, and just really just disrespect yourself like that. It's like, are you going to get well, or are you going to end our friendship? I think somebody's just really sick of somebody's shit right now. Like, enough is enough. We are supposed to be adults. I heard you got people depending on you. And somebody, it's like a shrug. Like, somebody just don't care. It's a deep depression, but it's also, it stems from laziness. I said that early. Like, it's just, it's unnecessary. Like, it ain't that much laziness in the world, but it turned into something else when you let it be everything in the world. That's all I have is my laziness, like my inability. Somebody does not cater to their inner child. Somebody does not quite feel like it's a necessity to mother themselves. Even if you're a man, They just don't see why. When I nurse myself back to health, when people ain't shit, somebody got hurt real bad. But what it really did was trigger past hurt anyway. I keep getting hurt. The reason you keep going through the same experience, different casts, whether it be like it could have started from childhood. You've been through hard times with your parents. You saw your parents through hard times. You were there for them, right? Because you're a child. You don't know any different. You just can feel when your parents are struggling through something and you just want to be close to them. Even if it's taking ass whoopings or being talked to some type of way or being shut out somehow, someone being resisted. Mama, I just want you to know I love you. Dad, I just want you to know I love you. I just want you to know that you don't have to hurt. You don't have to feel like that. You don't have to cry. Barrel, barrel, alone. I'll be right by your side. Now you're an adult and you grow up and you're like, baby, dry your eyes. You fall in love with somebody and they cross you. It's like, what the fuck is happening? Like, what is this? Like, is this a joke? Is this a joke? Even in my own religious group or in my own family, in my own marriage, in my own friendship, my own children, however way it resonates. It's just something that keeps happening no matter the dynamic. Even in my